Here we go. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all keeping well and I've had another good week. I can't believe how quick the weeks are going at the minute. Thursday night, and I must apologise, I'm sat right next to the living room window and it's Halloween, and the kids and Rach have put a load of sweets out and decorated the window. So if you hear some screaming kids and that, it's because they're getting scared at the front window or picking sweets out and fighting over the bucket of sweets. But anyway, we'll plod on. And I was going to leave it, but I've actually got a Friday night game. So as you're watching this, what's the time now? I'm recording this. It is 6:36. I will be making my way round Notts County's ground. I've got a Friday night shift tomorrow night. FA Cup weekend. Let me know if you're out. Yeah, I've got FA Cup game tomorrow night and I'm at Preston on Saturday. So yeah, looking forward to doing a night game, and obviously I'll definitely do a video on that because I know a lot of you guys quite often ask about settings at night and under the floodlights and bits and bobs. So I'll definitely do a video on tomorrow's game at Notts County. I'll also probably do I might even make that tomorrow night's game a midweek, knock it out next Wednesday or something like that, and then I'll do another video for next Friday on the game at Preston. Preston versus Bristol City should be a good game, that. So yeah, so 2 games this weekend, so really looking forward to that. And don't forget, let me know where you are this weekend. And don't forget, if you're not on the Facebook group yet, Photography Chat, come and join us, post up some of your work. It's been really great last few weeks. We've had quite a lot of new group members that are posting up not only their sport, but all the other subjects that they photograph, and it's nice and varied at the minute on the group. So yeah, and it's creating lots of conversations, and that's what it's all about. Conversation, asking questions, photographic settings, and yeah, the group's really great at the minute. So anyway, without further ado, let's jump in to the set. Right, for the 3rd week in a row, I was at Lincoln City last week, and it was their game against, they were hosting Stockport County, and I think Stockport County 1 place above Lincoln City, so really tight game and quite easy really, as goes who to do first half and second half, which attack to do. So I went Stockport County attack first half because they were above Lincoln City, and obviously not much in it. And as it goes, Lincoln City had the better of the game really on the whole. But anyway, I'm getting carried away again at the score and that. It was 2-1 Lincoln City in the end, and you'll see in a minute in the images. But anyway, got there nice and early, plenty of GVs, and again, this is my 3rd week at Lincoln City, so I'm really racking my brain now, which I do like. I like a good challenge. I work well under a challenge, under pressure. So I was, you know, it was a challenge to get different angles to the last 2 weeks, you know, general views and that. So got one here with the corner flag, and then just went and got the goal mouth and the ground. And then I wanted this one look of a wide angle shot, and as you can see, the officials are all stood here, look. So on my way down the pitch, I managed to get them. Now they are looking at me and smiling. I don't know what they said. Who's that idiot taking pictures of us? But anyway, I got the officials all looking at me, just on the pitch they were, just inspecting it, on my way round to get this wide angle shot. Nice. I like to use this stand, Lincoln City. You know where you are, and the viewer knows where I am. And yeah, so, and then it was the first, I think, they're not back at home again, I don't think, until, oh no, they were at home on Tuesday, I think, or next Tuesday. But obviously with it being a big gate, they wanted to pay their respects to British Legion, Royal British Legion and Poppy Day. So I made the most of it. Wherever there was a poppy, I took a photograph, and all the armed forces were there, obviously. You'll see they gathered on the pitch in a bit, but yeah, got these guys walking towards me. Don't know if they like their picture being taken, but, and you know, just while I'm getting general views. And I went mad that last weekend, and I'm really getting into, I ought to try, let me know if you guys, any of you guys do street photography, because I'd love to have a go at it. We ought to perhaps get together and have a go at street photography or something sometime. And if you do a lot of it, I'd be keen to come and have a go, like. But and I treat my general views and my fans making their way to the ground as a bit of street photography, and I quite like composing different scenes. And you'll see here, I went mad last weekend. I got loads, but got these two having a chat, and he was tucking into his bacon bap, and bumped into a guy with a hat full of badges. And I think he's got a badge from everywhere he's been. But the Accrington Stanley badge here almost overdoes the Lincoln City Imp badges. But anyway, yeah, so that was quite a nice shot to get. And then more armed forces, they were walking towards me. And I was desperate to get them selling poppies to some fans in Lincoln City or in Stockport County dress. Never really got it, but I did get a nice view in a minute that you'll see. Stockport fans coming towards me and making their way to the ground, that was good. And did get, although she's got her back to me, don't really like backs, but the two fellas, the two RAF guys facing me, Lincoln Cathedral in the background and a bit of the stand, sort of, I got away with it. And you can see some more armed forces here and the Lincoln City fan there. So got away with that. Armed forces selling poppies to fans as they make their way to the ground was the caption. Something like that. And then just lots of fans. I went mad. Just having a walk round and everyone was quite willing for a photo. Look at these two. Absolutely brilliant. You don't have to be young to be a football supporter. And again, got the cathedral in the background. So although there's nothing ground-wise, they've both got the Lincoln City tops on. And lovely shot, holding hands, smiling, walking, making their way to the ground, which was really nice. And then this lad, he did not have a clue I was even in front of him. Now what I did was, I didn't make myself overly known. I'm on the 70 to 200 here, and I'm at 135 mil. I could stand quite far back from him. I wasn't bending down. I opened my screen, tilted it 90 degrees, and I was just using the screen to compose the image. And he was well away in his phone, probably looking at the team sheet, I don't know, or the team selection, but not a lot giving it away that he's a City fan, apart from that, look, the Imps. And I thought, I'll just compose that right. And he had his hat on perfect, and yeah, made a nice GV that. And these two walking to the ground. Then I found some more armed forces and a giant poppy, look, walking round. Again, it would have been just the icing on the cake if they'd have been chatting to some fans. But anyway, setting the scene, and I've got what I've got in front of me. And back in now for Stockport County arriving. These lads having a laugh on the pitch, just having a look round and checking out the ground. And then I zoomed up and got that high angle. I always like to get two different angles, head view, and then the team, the majority of the team on the pitch. And then I went back outside again because I wasn't happy with the fans' arrival earlier on, and this one was nice. These four lads making their way, and he had his Lincoln top on, so yeah, quite like that one. And this one, didn't realise at the time I was composing this, and then this sort of leading line to more fans arriving. And then I spotted this chap walking over the bridge with his Lincoln top on, with his Lincoln scarf on. So I left him in. Let me know what you think on that one. I don't know if this is like seen as a split image, a split composition with this being quite prominent. But anyway, we got two Lincoln fans making our way to the ground, so that was good. And then back in, and I just thought I'd get some of the turnstile being used. So got some Lincoln fans coming into the turnstiles. And then back into the ground now. I finished outside finally. And not very often you get the whole team warming up together. So I managed to get the Stockport players all warming up together, which was quite a nice shot. And then they split off and doing their stretches and bits and bobs. A couple of the Lincoln City players warming up. And then that's it then. Went and sat down, had a cup of coffee, sent all that lot off. And then I knew that there was going to be a bit of a remembrance, minute silence. So I went into the ground, went into the stadium, went to the top of the steps, and wanted to get, I knew they were going to, you know, from past experience, I knew they were going to form a circle on the centre of the pitch. So I went up to get that, and managed to get the captains just shaking hands and that beforehand. You can see the wreaths here, look. And then there we are, there's the circle, and got what I wanted with the fans in the background all standing up, and he's just blowing the horn there, look. So and the referee's just looking at his watch, look. So yeah, nice scene setter, that one, to say that we had a minute's silence. And then off we go. And then what's time? 8 minutes past. Stockport score the first goal, and I've got 2 or 3 frames before this on the R3, and he wasn't quite sharp enough, but managed to get this one. And I did get him kicking the ball, but he shot in the box from across, and I don't think my focus point was quite on him, probably on this fella here for a start, and then I moved across, and that's the sharpest one I got. Still, ball still in the frame, so counts as a goal shot. Didn't really celebrate my way much. See the keeper on the floor, look, in the background. But then his mates came and they had a nice celebration and made up for it, really. Because I was a bit disappointed. I thought that's all I was going to get. But anyway, managed to get plenty of celebrations. 1-0 Stockport County. Quickly spun round, got some of the fans. Quite like that, one of the fans celebrating, and that was quite nice. Now then, there was poppies on all the shirts, and I wanted to make sure that I documented that and captured them all. So first up was the lino. He faced me and got the poppy on the shirt there. And this is the pano from last weekend. Not overly happy with it, because I would just like his face to have been a bit sharper, but that was the best of the bunch. And so I don't always get a pano. I always try and get one on my back button. What you guys, I use the shutter button for my focusing, but some of you, a lot of you use back button focus. Well, the button that you use for that, I use for my second lot of settings. So I'll be panning with a player that's running across the field. Hit that button, it will slow everything down, as you can see here, 1/30th of a second, 1/30th of a second, f29. I've set my ISO to 1250th, and that's what it's at set. Pan away, let go, back to my normal settings. So yeah, must do better this weekend. I've got 2 games to have a go at it. So yeah, watch this space next weekend or next Wednesday for a pan blur. But yeah, another Stockport close-up of that poppy. And then one of the Lincoln City with the poppy on, and ticked everything off then. And always keeping an eye on the bench, I always say that. Bit of reaction from the Stockport County player, from the Stockport County manager. Lincoln City started to gain momentum and started to boss the Stockport County defence about a lot. And then just like that, look, here's the Lincoln City equaliser. Nice header. And got it going past the keeper, and so the quality on that, I mean, look at that crop on the 400 on the R5. Absolutely love the R5. And I've saved a frame of the Lincoln City keeper from the second half on 400, not even 1.6 crop, and it's lovely and sharp and easily usable. But anyway, here's the Lincoln City goal. Didn't really give much of a celebration. Ran to the corner, but didn't really get much, so waited for him. I stayed on him. Always stay on the goal scorer as much as you can. If you sense that he's going to do just one last fist pump or point in the crowd, stay on the goal scorer for as long as you can. And I just followed him back as he was just high-fiving his teammates, but didn't really get too much, as you can see. Now, this was quite contentious. Wow, did the Stockport County fans want a penalty? And in actual fact, it was a great tackle, so the lino and the ref were spot on, but the ref got some dog's abuse, I tell you. And the lino did. Crikey, it was quite cringy. And I was sat right against the board, and the Stockport fans were all coming over me and giving the referee and the lino some stick, some proper stick. But as the image tells, photo never lies. He made the tackle outside the box, and it was a free kick. And was it? No, they didn't even get a free kick. It was deemed a good tackle, and that was that. But yeah, just got it coming outside the box, and then obviously they fell inside the box, and all the Stockport fans, look, and even the captain here, is crying for a penalty, but it was definitely outside the box. And yeah, the ref was a little bit overexposed. This actually, that's my bad. A little bit overexposed. Skin tones are just a bit off, look, but. Yeah, the referee was getting some abuse, and you can see them all crowding round him here. And then the Stockport County captain was giving him what for, why aren't we getting a penalty, and then others as well, look. But anyway, that's the image that's on the R5, cropped in, look, perfectly usable, and hardly any editing on it either. No sharpening or anything, so yeah, chuffed with that R5, absolutely love it. I'm tempted to get a second one, but we'll see. And then the ref blew his whistle and fell to the ground. I think he either had a contact lens problem or he had a fly in his eye, one of the two. But yeah, there was a bit of a cheer when he went down, which wasn't very nice. But yeah, I think it was a contact lens issue, because they had a bit of a dab, and he got up laughing and away he went. And just, you know, I said last week I've set myself a challenge to try and get some nice ref shots for the EFL referees appointments of the week. I got it again this week. I'll just pop it up now. Look, there we are. So yeah, chuffed with that. My challenge continues. It's got to stop at some point, but yeah, I always try and send off an image of the ref just to try and make it on that page, and manage to do it again. So yeah, chuffed with that. It's becoming a bit of a game now, but anyway, back onto the bench. Always looking for any reaction from, that's the Lincoln City manager, shouting out some instructions to his players, and then oh, flipping out, look at that, his face. I think he's getting a bit cheesed off. What are we in now? Well into the second half now, and yeah, a bit of reaction from, I don't know if he's head deputy manager or not, but yeah, he was up and about a lot. But yeah, referee marking a line for the, always try and get one of him spraying a line for the free kick. You never know if there's going to be some contentious free kick issues or anything like that. So yeah, always get the ref doing whatever he's doing, and just a bit of general action here. And then this is the second goal for Lincoln, and managed to get a nice sequence here. Good climbing header from number 9, and as you can see, I've cropped in a bit there, and then just pulling out a bit, look, and pulling out, and nice sequence. He stayed nice and sharp on the R3, and bang, in the net, 2-1. And this is him here, look. So I nearly didn't send this, but because you can see this player here, who was the assist, he crossed it. I thought I'd send it. So yeah, he crossed it in, he headed it in, and nice bit of celebration. Followed him again, never really gave much more away, and on we go. A bit more action there, just on the R3, and ball's nice and round on that one, look, but the ball wasn't moving too fast. So obviously on the R3 you've got the stack sensor, so the ball is never oblong, whereas I've highlighted it before on the R5, because it's a single sensor. That fast moving ball in a frame sometimes looks like an egg, or that way on, so you don't have to worry about that with the R3. So yeah, that's just a bit of action for you there. And then I noticed that the Stockport County manager was making some notes, and again, what's he making notes for? Is he going to did he make a vital error on his team selection? You know, could be used for something like that. Is he going to choose a different team for next week? Could go with that sort of story. And then the goal scorer has been substituted, so just made sure I got that, and he was congratulated by the Lincoln City manager, got that as well. And then nice sequence of reaction from the Stockport County manager there. And then the ref, I went mad on the ref here, look, he was, I think it was a free kick, or was it a corner, something like that, and he was giving a lot of instruction out, get on with it, you know. I think there was a bit of time wasting going on by the Lincoln City players, but anyway, yeah, good sequence there. Look at him, he looks mean there, but and then his eyes are wide open there, and then bit of tussling. We're nearly at full time now, look, bit of tussling and whatever, and Stockport were pushing and pushing, but Lincoln managed to defend, and there we are, full time. Celebration and dejection all in one frame. I know you can't see the eyes, but I think that tells a story. You know what's going on there, don't you? Dejected, celebration. And you can't really see his eyes, so I'm going against what I usually preach, but quite like that for dejection and celebration in one frame. And again here, look, dejection, looking down to the ground, and just looking round then to tell the story of the game, really. So got some of the dejection of the Stockport County players. Manager not looking overly impressed. Look at the face on that one. And then off they went, and then on to the Lincoln City manager. High-fived every single player, lots of celebration. The winning goal scorer there, look, and then high-fiving with the manager. And yeah, just a couple of the manager to finish off, and bit of celebration with his backroom staff, with his coach. And yeah, that's it to finish. So yeah, all in all, not a bad game. Probably lucky that I managed to get a sharp frame of the Stockport County goal, the first goal, but I did, so that was all right. I had to write off 2 or 3. And I did get 2 or 3 after that, but the ball was leaving the frame, so no good without the ball in, really. But yeah, all in all, chuffed to bits with that, and perhaps try, well, with it being a night game tomorrow night, I'm going to try and get some nice scenic, you know, lighting, fans in dull light and backlit, and I always like to try and make the most of night games when fans are coming towards the ground. So see what we get, you know, lads with a fag on or something, and the smoke being backlit, things like that. But we'll see, or lads vaping and getting the smoke lit up, you know, and just a bit of light on their faces, and as long as you can see some colours of the teams, it always works. So we'll see what I can get loitering round the ground before I go in. But yeah, definitely do a video on that and the settings that I use, and bits and bobs. Fingers crossed the lights are going to be okay at Notts County. I'm not sure. I remember being there last season, and I think I did a game in the heart of winter, and I think the lights weren't that great. So it'd be really interesting to see what settings I get down to. And again, I'll put all them up for you guys to have a look at. And yeah, then off to Preston on Saturday. So yeah, jobs are good. Nice busy weekend coming up. Can't wait. But anyway, jobs are good, and guys, leave any comments below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I always try. I'm trying to get my way through the comments as quick as I can, but flat out at the minute. But I'll try and pick a dozen and then try and answer them and then get back as soon as I can. But don't forget, photography chat, Facebook group. Come and join us if you haven't already. Post up some of your work, whatever you do, whether it's sport or anything else. And yeah, let's carry on the community on Facebook. It's really getting busy now, and it's great. I have a job to keep up with it, but you guys run it yourselves really, so it's absolutely brilliant. But anyway, jobs are good, and guys, thanks ever so much for watching. Have a great weekend. Catch up next week.